Hey guys, it's Johnny with RV-SWAT and welcome to another episode of the RV Kitchen. And today we're going to do bourbon chicken and fried rice. And we're going to use two of our favorite kitchen utensils. And you know, one is the Instant Pot. And then if you saw our last video, we done an unboxing of the Simpot. So we're going to also use the Simpot to cook the chicken. So we're going to do bourbon chicken here in the Simpot. And we're going to do fried rice in the Instant Pot. As you can see, we are not in the RV today, but we are going to do an RV kitchen episode. We are at my sister's house in Louisiana. So she was nice enough to let us use her kitchen because the RV kitchen is not big enough to run two pots. So we're going to do it here. Let's go over the ingredients that we need for the chicken first, right? So you need 2 pounds of diced up chicken thighs. Now this is 4 pounds. We're doing a double recipe because we have a lot of people to feed here. So everything that I call off, you're gonna see what we're using is a double recipe, but I'll post the actual recipe in the description below so you can follow along with that. You also need some chicken broth. You need bourbon. Use whatever bourbon you like, your favorite bourbon. You need some salted butter. You need hoisin sauce, apple cider vinegar, yum yum sauce, sesame oil. You need a cute dog and a handsome little boy, as you can see back here. And if you can't tell, that's me, the handsome boy. You also need some minced garlic,
not the cute dog,
ginger, cornstarch, Kitchen Bouquet, honey, ketchup, brown sugar, and vegetable oil. A lot of ingredients in this one, but that'll take care of the bourbon chicken. Then if you look right over here, for our fried rice, we have 2 cups of jasmine rice. I rinse this very well in a strainer until the water runs clear. Do not skip the step of rinsing this rice or the rice will come out too mushy if you cook it without rinsing it. We have eggs that we beat up. The recipe calls for 3 eggs. We done 5 because we like a lot of eggs in ours. We got some water, sesame oil, soy sauce, butter, onion, and frozen vegetables. Recipe also calls for frozen corn, but we're leaving the corn out. You can add frozen corn if you like. Recipe will be in the description. All right, to get this one started, we're gonna turn the pot onto saute, and we're going to do a high saute. So this is the first time we're using this pot other than boiling some eggs, so bear with us while we learn it. So saute, we'll cut it down about 10 minutes, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna stop it where we need it to. Let that warm up. Okay, we're gonna take the vegetable oil and the butter, and we're gonna drop it in. We're gonna let that melt, and then we're gonna take our chicken, put our chicken in and saute our chicken for about 2 minutes on high saute, just to brown it a little bit. All right, butter is melted and ready. We're gonna add the chicken. And then we're gonna salt and pepper the chicken. I go light on the salt. You can go heavy if you want, but I have to go light with my diet. A little pepper. And we're gonna saute this just for a couple minutes, just till the chicken starts turning a little brown. We don't want to cook it all the way. All right, so this has been sauteing a couple minutes. So next we're gonna add our bourbon. There's a half a cup of bourbon because this is a double recipe. 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. 1, 2, and then 2 tablespoons of ginger. I'm just using a squeezable ginger, whatever you call it. And we're gonna stir that in, and we're gonna let this cook for about 3 or 4 minutes just to cook some of the alcohol out of the bourbon. Okay, so it's been simmering a little bit. We cooked a little bit of the alcohol off. Now we're gonna add our chicken broth. We got our soy sauce, which I may have forgot to mention in the ingredient list. But half a cup of soy sauce going in. We need 4 tablespoons apple cider vinegar. You can also use a rice vinegar. 1, 4. And your brown sugar. Give that a quick stir to dissolve the sugar. Then we're going to put your pressure lid on. Let's throw our lid on real quick. Set it to seal. Come down to our settings. Over to pressure cook. We're going to go high. And we're going to go 4 minutes. 4 minutes. And start. And it's building pressure. It's going to build pressure, cook for 4 minutes. While that's coming to pressure, we're going to switch over to our Instant Pot and get our fried rice started. Right, so we have our 2 cups of jasmine rice, which has been rinsed extremely well. And we're going to add 2 cups of water. And we're going to give that a little stir. We're going to pressure cook for 3 minutes. We're going to bring that down to 3. We're on high pressure, 3 minutes. Let that sit and it should start. There we go. Okay, we got the lid off. Now we're going to put in our ketchup. 4 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. And also 4 tablespoons of honey. 4 tablespoons of honey. All right, we got all that stirred in. Now we're going to set it back to saute. We're going to go back to saute. Get that started, and we're going to wait for it to come to a bubble. Once it starts bubbling, we're going to add in our cornstarch slurry to thicken it up. All right, you see the bourbon chicken is simmering. So we're going to add the cornstarch slurry. This is 4 tablespoons of cornstarch, 4 tablespoons of water. Make the slurry and pour it right in. And then give that a stir. You're going to let this simmer for about a minute or 2 to thicken up. Once it thickens up, we'll add our Kitchen Bouquet. And then we'll put this on keep warm while we're waiting for our fried rice. So we're going to add a couple teaspoons of Kitchen Bouquet. This is optional. But we're going to put this in to darken it up some. As soon as I stir that in, it's going to darken that sauce. Alright, we're going to put this one on keep warm. I'm going to throw the lid on it. And then we'll finish up the fried rice. Alright, so rice has been naturally releasing for 10 minutes. So we're going to finish off the release and wait for the pin to drop. And we're going to transfer this into a bowl and get the onions cooking. Got the rice transferred over, no need to clean the pot or anything. We're going to deglaze the bottom here in a minute. But we're going to come back, hit saute. Make sure you're on normal or medium. And we're going to let that kick on, and we're going to pour in our sesame oil. And we're going to let the oil come up to temperature, and we're going to scrape the bottom of the pot, deglaze, and then we're going to add the onions. Oil sizzling. We're going to deglaze a little bit, and then we're going to throw the onions in. Let the onions saute for a minute or 2. Alright, onions are softened up a little bit. Now we're going to grab the peas and carrots and the butter. We're going to put all that in. And we're going to saute this for about 2 minutes. Alright, after we get the carrots and the peas sauteed for a couple minutes, we're going to push all the veggies over to one side. And we're going to add our egg. just constantly move the eggs around until they're scrambled. After your eggs are almost scrambled all the way, go ahead and mix your veggies back into the mix. From here, we'll put the rice back in. Rice and your soy sauce. So at this point, you can hit keep warm and just continue to stir this in until it's all incorporated. All right, there you have it. Bourbon chicken, fried rice. Put a little yum yum sauce on top of it. Let's give the rice a try with the yum yum sauce. Pretty darn good. Bourbon chicken. Hot, but good. I like this one, guys. Give it a shot. And you saw the Simpot. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell if you want notifications. We will see you guys in the next video.